rant of the day, the one you need to live with, wake up to every day, is that right there. Okay? Beat the sun up, folks. You got to beat the sun up. If you can't beat up the roll up of the sun up, you're going to get beat up in life. Okay? I've been doing this for a long time now. I'd say beat that thing up, that monster out there that warms this planet, that nourishes and gives us light. I can see again. I can't see in the dark for some reason because I don't practice seeing in the dark. Most of the time I'm on my back when it's dark. Look, I'm at Singapore today, okay? I get on this side of the building. The views on that side are ridiculous. The views on this side are crazy ridiculous. And I'm living the 10X life. But you can't live a 10X life if you're not beating the sun up. So many of you complain about how much time you have. You don't have time, man, because you don't beat the sun up. Get started early. And when you get started early, that means you need to shut it down early, okay? Shut it down early so you get sleep. I was asleep last night at 9 o'clock. So I could beat the sun up this morning and see the world wake up with me.
You've got to mix with successful people. You cannot mix with people that are going nowhere and expect to go somewhere. You're just not going to do it because they just wander around in circles. Up until I picked up Think and Grow Rich, I had no goals. But the people I hung around with didn't have any goals. You see, I was a product of my environment, and I think everybody else is. And the beautiful truth is we can create our own environment. Today, the people I mix with are directed. They know exactly where they're going. They're into the right ideas. They mix with other very successful people.
Do it anyway is a mindset trick that you can use when you start to feel excuses rolling up. It works a lot like the 5-second rule. So you have said to yourself, okay, I'm going to talk to my boss today about that thing that I've been avoiding talking to them about. Or maybe you've said something like, I'm going to go to the gym today or tomorrow or whatever. And then the moment comes where you've got to have that conversation. Or the moment comes where it's time to pack up your bag and leave your desk and go to the gym. And what always happens? You don't feel like it. I bet there are plenty of you watching that have made a commitment that, I'm not going to have a drink tonight. And then guess what happens when you get home? You don't feel like not drinking. You feel like having a drink. And so here's what do it anyway has done for me. The idea that I just do it anyway has pushed me to realize and to recognize that there are a lot of moments where there are things in my life that I really want to do, I need to do, I should do, but when the moment comes, I don't feel like it. And so I pull out this idea of, you know what? I'm just going to do it anyway. It's raining outside. I said I would go for a short run. I don't feel like it. I'm going to do it anyway. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. It's cold. I laid out my yoga clothes, but now I don't feel like it. What do? I do it anyway. When you start to say to yourself, I'm going to do it anyway, what happens is something really cool. You acknowledge that there are feelings that you have that are trying to swoop in and hijack you. You acknowledge them and you basically say, guess what? I'm going to do it anyway.
I write down my day. And what I do is I go back and study that day. Like sometimes I might get sick. I might be overtrained. I might gain a couple pounds here. I might feel whatever. It's like my accountability journal of what I'm doing with my life, physical, mental. I had an eating journal, all this shit. And it helps me go back to, once again, study. I'm a lab rat. And I study myself. And I'm like, when I'm feeling fucked up, I go, okay, what did I do last week? And usually I can find out where I messed up last week. You know, how much I'm traveling, how much I'm sleeping, how much I'm doing all this stuff. And through journaling, man, you can really figure out so much about where you're messing up in life and what you need to fix about yourself.
Taking constant inventory. Being honest about that.
And that's the thing about, you cannot put bullshit in there.
Yeah.
It's got to be a real journal about, hey, today I messed up here. Today I should have been a better person here, and not just saying it, but actually trying to fix it tomorrow.
Rich, why do you sleep in a tent? For those that don't know, for the last 2 years, I've been sleeping outside in this thing. A lot of people have been asking me, why do you do that? And it basically boils down to 3 fundamental reasons. The first is, I just sleep better in a tent outside. The second reason is that it really has helped me connect with nature and the outdoors, and I think our primal disposition. And the third reason I've been doing it is because fundamentally it's a stoic practice. A couple of years ago, I started struggling with trying to get a deep sleep. Unless I was training super duper hard, I just found it difficult to get the restfulness that my body and my mind need. And at the time, our bedroom that I share with my wife, Julie, was either too cold for her or too hot for me. Then I had an experience where we as a family all slept on our roof one night. We have a flat roof and we did it just for fun with the kids. And I had the most restful, peaceful night of sleep in recent memory. Being outdoors, breathing that outdoor air, sleeping under the stars is a very simple and basic way of reconnecting with what it means to be fundamentally human. We live in this super fast-paced culture. You gotta get your hustle on. You gotta work 24 hours a day. And if you're not being productive in every moment of your waking existence, then you're wasting time and you're falling behind. And with that comes a deprioritization of sleep. Sleep is for slackers, right? And nothing could be further from the truth. I know that I can't perform at my very best unless I get 8 hours of sleep. And it's not just the amount of time that I sleep, it's the quality of that sleep, it's the caliber of that sleep. It is my opinion that everybody should be doing everything they can to enhance that quality of their evening hours. And I found that by sleeping in a tent, it's almost like this hack towards improving the caliber of my sleep so that I can show up throughout my day and excel, be totally focused, be totally present, have good energy, be in a good mood, and all of that derives from sleep. So if you really take the time to prioritize the quality and the amount of time that you're sleeping every night, you will realize quantum gains in your productivity, in your output throughout your day.
If you see self-improvements, not even just with cars, with your own body, when you go work out, do you feel better when you come out of the gym all pumped up? Or you feel better when you haven't worked out for a month?
Yeah.
Of course, when you go to the gym,
Yep.
You're building your, something happens when you see changes in your body with your assets, when you see even gaining a good friend. I have my down days, I'm sure you do too. We're all human,
Yep.
You could have all the money in the world, you're still gonna have a bad day,
absolutely.
You don't know what's gonna cause it, but you do. And for me, working out is great. I have a personal trainer 3 times a week. And then when I don't have my personal trainer, I just get out of bed and drop on the floor and do 20 push-ups, 30 push-ups. I do it until I can't do it anymore. And then I hit the shower and I feel great,
Yeah.
And it's, it's just keeping the fluids going, your mind fresh.
Yeah.
Because workout not just improves your physics, it also helps your mind.
Agreed.
And sometimes it helps your mentality more than your physique, but people don't realize it, It helps you focus,
In order to be successful, I believe there are many habits you need to develop. But I think the one habit that you must develop that will change your life, that will change your world, is this one thing. I want you to imagine this. I want you to kind of draw a circle. If you're watching my video, you are in front of your desk, go ahead and do that. I want to draw a big circle. And within the circle, I want to draw everything that you have in your life right now, that you already have. Maybe it's the car that you drive, the income that you have, the house that you live in, the vacation that you already take, the people around you, right? It doesn't have to be materialistic, but doesn't really matter what it is. The things that you already have right now, you possess in your life. I want to draw that within the circle. Write all those things down. Then I want you to, outside the circle, write down everything that you want in your life, but you don't have. Okay, so maybe now you are driving a Hyundai and you actually want a Mercedes. Okay, let's draw them. So write down a Mercedes outside the circle. Maybe you're living in a condo, but you actually want to live in a big house. Okay, write that outside of the circle. So I want you to write that. So within the circle is everything that you have right now. Outside the circle is everything that you want but don't have. So I want you to look at this right now. What is the circle? The circle is your comfort zone. Everything you have right now in your life, they are all within your comfort zone. And your comfort zone is your income zone. I want you to look at everything that you want but don't have. Where are they? They're outside of your comfort zone. Depends on where you put it. So in order to get what you want but don't have in life, what do you have to do? You need to stretch and expand your comfort zone. Because if it's within your comfort zone, guess what? You already have them. So everything that you want in life that you don't have right now is all outside of your comfort zone. So I believe the number one habit you need to develop to be successful is on a consistent, if not a daily basis, do things that make you feel uncomfortable. It is that simple. Because you look at what holds most people back, what holds you back is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of success. All these things is all outside your comfort zone. Human being, because we're a creature of habits, we tend to operate day to day and do the same thing again and again and again. But if you have a habit, you make a habit that you do things on a consistent basis that you don't usually do, it makes you scared. It scares the fuck out of you. It makes you stretch your comfort zone. That's how you gradually expand that and get more of what you want. Maybe it's going to that event that you've never been to. Maybe it's meeting that successful people that intimidates you. Maybe it's reading a book that you have no interest reading in. Maybe it's driving a different path that you usually go home this way. Hey, you know what? I'm going to drive a different path and see something a little bit different, right? Maybe it's watching a video that you don't usually watch. Maybe you're interested in certain topics. Maybe you're watching a YouTube video just on prank. But suddenly you watch something that is on inspiration and motivational, that's practical, that's business related. And that changes the way that you think about stuff. It started with that one thing, that one video. And if you do that, not one time, not two times, not three times, but hundreds and hundreds of times on a consistent basis, I believe that is the habit. Not just to be successful, but to stay successful.